Hello, my peaches. What's up? Finally, I have sat down to film about college fragrances from Zara, and too many requests. I just don't want to say that anymore that I was getting too many requests. I'm doing everything on your requests, guys. So finally, I'm talking about these fragrances that are suitable for wearing to college. I don't know if all of them are available right now on Zara because they are still playing a game with us of adding and getting the fragrances off their website still, but there are many out of these that are still available over there. So let's jump into this video, but before digging in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be a part of the peach pack and tap on the notification bell icon to get notified every time I upload. I'm also super duper active on Instagram and I share about my personal life over there, so follow me on Instagram to connect better with me. Alright, so the first ever fragrance that came to my mind when I thought about a college fragrance was this one, and this is Zara Orchid. By the way, the only blue thing on me today was my nail paint, and then everything came along. I just felt like wearing something blue, and then after wearing something blue, I felt like some blue eyeshadow. And I've also cut my hair. I've cut my hair short on my own, and it has turned out pretty decent, not too bad, pretty decent, but not the best out there, but I'm pretty happy with it. So the first fragrance is Zara Orchid. Beautiful. Like, this is such a, I do keep on saying that anybody can put this one on, but still it really gives me a strong young vibe, like somebody very pretty pink and somebody young. So it gives me that vibe. It is a shampoo-y fragrance. Don't exactly know the notes in here. It's a floral fruity shampoo-y fragrance, so it's a very beautiful sparkly, not sparkly bubbly, like exactly like this pouch right here. So it looks like this and it feels like this and it smells like this. It's a beautiful fresh shampoo fragrance for all those who do not like super citrusy or do not like aquatics. This is definitely something different for them. This will keep you smelling fresh all day long. It is definitely among the long lasting ones. It gives you a longevity of 6 hours, but the only reason I don't put this one on and it is still full is the reason that I am anosmic to it and I cannot smell it on myself. That's why. But I think why do I care about that? I shouldn't care about that, right? If I can't smell it, other people can smell it on me. So I'll try putting this one on this summers, but this is a beautiful, like, this is like a pretty girl. This is more like a girl going to a birthday party wearing a shiny pinky dress kind of a thing, and smelling nice and fresh and like shampoo, like fresh out of the shower kind of fragrance. And it is a dupe for Bombshell from Victoria's Secret. If you ask me, if you end up liking it enough, I think this is a great fragrance for wearing to your friend's birthday party or any birthday party that you're going to be celebrating in the college or something like that. But it's a pretty much a casual, everyday, great everyday fragrance because of that shampooiness in it, because of the musk. So it's beautiful from that point of view. It's just that I'm anosmic to it. Like, the last time I sprayed it around my house, and entire day my house was smelling of orchid. It's long lasting. It will get you through the sweaty days of college and summers, and without touching up for the entire days. Moving on. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is, things are going to get really interesting here. So the second one that I'm going to talk about is Twilight Mauve. Again, it's a watermelon musky fragrance. It has the metallic musk in it along with the watermelon juice note. So very juicy, very fresh, a little bit of florals as well in here, like orchid flower maybe. I don't remember exactly which flower was in here, but it has the tropical florals and the watermelon juice note in it. and it's very beautiful, but it's a very sharp fragrance. I'll tell you what, with the juiciness in it, it's a sharp fragrance, which is a good combination. Like, but I just cough a lot after putting this one on because of my allergy, so I don't use it for that reason. If you have any such issues, or if you have any migraine or headache issues, you should just stay away from this one. But if you don't have any such issues and you want to go to college smelling fresh and tropical and like that of being on the beach side, then this is a great option for that. If you end up planning a beach party or a poolside party or anything related to that, you can definitely put this one on. Or if you like it enough, you can put this one on every day. Like all the fragrances that I'm mentioning here, except a few, you can put them on every single day. They are just good for going to college on an everyday. But if you're a collector and you like wearing different fragrances for different occasions, just in case I am telling you all that. Moving on to the next fragrance, and I want to talk about, like, I included this in my winter collection, but I want to say that this is a weird fragrance for a fact that, you know, it can go on well in the winter time as well and summertime as well. Okay, let me tell you the fragrance first, and I'm talking about Blossom Blush. The simple reason is that this has a popcorn note in the opening, like a buttery popcorn note, but later on it smells of cherry blossom, which is a floral fragrance. Okay, but I do get a young vibe from it. I can't see this on a mature woman for sure, so I do get a young vibe from it. Like, this is I have also included this in the either in the romantic ones, yes, the romantic fragrances, and this is a very much kind of a date fragrance. Like, if you plan to go on a date with your boyfriend after college, or, you know, skipping college, or whatever you plan to do, this is a beautiful fragrance to put on. And I'm believing that in summers it will last longer, and yeah, it'll project more in summers. I was wearing this in winters because of the popcorn note. This is a fragrance which is smooth, which is floral, and that floral is very much like that of cherry fruit. So up close it smells like cherry fruit, but in the air it smells like a floral fragrance, which is weird. I don't know how it does that. Different and very unique fragrance from Zara. I would highly, highly, highly suggest you to put this one on. It's smooth, it's nice, it's cozy, and it can work really, really well in both the weather, like in both the seasons, winter and summer. It's beautiful, and put this one on if you are going on a date after college, or skipping college, or on the weekend. And if you're a young girl, you definitely need Blossom Blush in your life. So I still haven't talked about this separately, and I haven't made a separate video on this, but this is such a fashionista fragrance. I'm talking about Zara Milano. The rollerball is available right now again on Zara. I am believing that they will get this back in stock, and I bought it in the winter time because it's not available right now. So I wasn't blown by it initially, and I was just like, oh, okay, just another fresh, you know, borderline shampoo fragrance. But this is so beautiful in the summers on the skin. It turns a little, like, it is fresh, it has the citrus in the opening, but then in the dry down it is fresh yet soft, powdery sandalwood. It is a classy fashionista, a put together girl kind of fragrance. And I said that before as well when I mentioned this fragrance, that it makes me think of Shania from Student of the Year. So somebody who is well dressed, put together, takes care of herself, and is always looking good and really concerned about her fashion and everything, she should definitely put this one on. It has the young and classy vibe. Among the young fragrances, it's definitely a classy one. And yeah, it's beautiful. Turns a slight bit sweet in summers. Like when I tried it in summers, it turned a slight bit sweet, but it's not super, super long lasting. I still need to test this one out a little bit more. But for now, what I can tell you is that it lasts for around 4 hours, and that too close to skin. It's not a super projective or a super long lasting fragrance, but this is beautiful, and this is, I won't say the most unique out there, but for the price, it's beautiful. Moving on. Okay, a very, like, the moment I smelled it, I was like, and I'll tell you what, I have a story behind buying this fragrance. I bought it in a confusion because I did not remember whether I tried ruby berries or blossom blush. I got a little confused when I was ordering stuff online, and like, I try things over there, but then I prefer buying online because then there are other fragrances that I'm buying, and when I buy more, I don't have to pay the delivery charges. That's why. So I ended up buying this in that confusion, and this is ruby berries. If you ask me, this is a berry, fizzy berry drink. Like, to me, it is a mix of red berries and red apple and just some soda poured onto it, like a fizzy berry sweet drink. It's not super sweet. It turns it turns a little, not too much, very little shampooy in the dry down, but it is a beautiful young berry. If you like berries and if you want something like that of berries in your fragrances, definitely try this one on. And if you are already using this one and you want to switch to something else now, then also this is a great option to try on. And it smells fresh, it smells yummy, mouth watering. It has that mouth watering factor to it. Yes honey, this is a beautiful everyday fragrance. Not super long lasting, but quite good, like maybe like 4 to 5 hours of longevity. Carry this along. I know all the girls who go to college carry huge bags, so you can definitely carry this along and touch it up in the break time. In my opinion, this is a very everyday fragrance. There is nothing very special about it, in my opinion, okay, because I've been using so many fragrances. But if you end up liking this enough, I don't know, make it your signature fragrance or just use it howsoever you like it. But I would suggest you to use it and buy it as an everyday fragrance for going to college, because this will smell really good on you when you go to college. Okay, let's talk about a sexy one now. I have said this so many times about this fragrance that this one has absolutely no age bar to it. Just anybody can use it, and I'm talking about red vanilla. Not very good at longevity, but this is a beautiful patchouli fragrance. It is like, patchouli in here is a little bit spicy. I don't know how that patchouli is giving that spice to it. So it's a little spicy, fresh, blackcurrant in the opening mixing with patchouli and making it a very fresh yet a little spicy. And then in the dry down there are tonka beans, and that tonka beans just add that magic factor to it. It's, I know, you know what, I have kind of got bored of red vanilla. I'll tell you my reason. Because I have used this DNA for a very long time, like since 2012 I have been wearing something like this. That was a Zara duo, so I'm so used to it. Like, I have smelled it so many times on myself now that I have got a little bit bored with it, but I do keep going back to it. But this is definitely the most sexy one in this entire collection that I'm showing you for college. This is a party fragrance, this is a sexy date fragrance, this is a grab your crush's attention fragrance. So if you are looking for something which is sexy, you want to get noticed and you want to get compliments, though all of these are going to be compliment getters, there's not a single fragrance in here that will not get compliments. But this one is definitely sexy, and so many of my viewers already love this one a lot and already use it, and they always come back saying that they love it. So for all my college going girls who are looking for a sexy fragrance, though I have a separate video for the sexy ones, try this one out. For somebody who is just building their collection, because you might be very new to fragrances, this is definitely something to try out. And if you don't want to, like all these fragrances, if you don't want to buy the bigger bottles, I would not suggest you to buy the roller balls, because they are just a waste of money and you can't put it on yourself, and using a spray is always better. So if you could find 30 ml bottles in these, go for the 30 mls if you want to build a collection. I'm just saying that if you just want to buy one fragrance and if there's something that you like out of these, then yeah, buy the full bottle. But if you want to try many fragrances, just go for the 30 mls. Okay, I have like 4 sexy fragrances in here. Okay, let's talk about this one. Gourmand Addict. This is a champagne. Oh my god. This is a champagne and patchouli fragrance. Very fresh, bright patchouli and very bubbly and okay, very bubbly and sparkly, like a sparkly peach champagne fragrance. It is definitely sexy. This is a party fragrance. This is not your everyday fragrance for all those girls who are planning to go to a party and they want a different fragrance for it and not the everyday fragrance that you want to use. Then you definitely should go for this one. Gourmand Addict is such a beautiful boozy in the sense that it's a bubbly sparkly champagne fragrance, so you will smell like champagne in the best way possible. And I realized that in winters it does not really smell like it has chocolates in here, but in summers the sweetness is just way too much out there for the sweet fragrance lovers. It turns quite sweet in the summers. So in summers it feels like a minty chocolate resting next to or eating a minty chocolate with champagne kind of fragrance. Definitely like a beautiful party fragrance, especially outdoor party, because the last time I wore it people were smelling me from 10 feet. I'm not kidding about it. They were sitting, like it was a breezy day, and they were sitting far away, like 10 feet away from me, and then they waved at me and told me that they can smell my perfume. And that day I was wearing Gourmand Addict. It is long lasting and it is very projective for the first 2 to 3 hours. All right, so this is, in my opinion, the next one is not very college going fragrance, but let me give you an option for a special situation. I see that many young girls like this fragrance, and I really appreciate that, because this is not something that everybody would like. Even I have taken my sweet time to like start loving this fragrance, and I'm talking about Oriental. Oriental is a very bonfire kind of fragrance. Like maybe you are on a college trip in the winter days, because I remember we went on a college trip in the winter days. So if you're going for a college trip in winters, you will definitely like putting this one on at the night time if some kind of bonfire happens and if you go to a cold place. So this is beautiful for that, and it is such a beautiful Oriental fragrance. To me it smells like a very modern take on a little bit, like a slight pinch of incense in it along with cinnamon. So it is a spicy, a tiny bit incensey modern caramel fragrance. It has a little bit of caramel in here as well. It's not sickly sweet. The beautiful thing is that, so even if you want to put it on in the summer nights, you can do that if your body heat is not too high like me. So you can put this one on in summer nights as well. But for winters, oh my god, such a beautiful juicy, it has a juicy feel to it as well. So it has a juicy note to it, then spicy like cinnamon, like a sweet spice, and caramel, and tiny bit of incense in here, which is not at all like other. It is the most modern incensey fragrance I have smelled out there, and I highly suggest you that if you ever plan on going for a winter trip or something, take this along. Let's talk about a super sexy one, which I find to be very sexy, and I personally find it more beautiful on me in summers because it goes so well with my body chemistry. And I'm talking about Violet Blossom. Again, with Violet Blossom, I would like to say I don't want to restrict this fragrance to any kind of age group. It's a beautiful fragrance to wear. So this is a boozy fragrance. This starts off like that of black grape wine, or black grapes dipped in rum kind of a vibe. Like it's a very like it has a very boozy opening, and then it is sweet and powdery in the dry down from tonka beans. So the tonka beans add that beautiful powderiness. The booziness kind of goes away in the dry down, but such a beautiful and unique fragrance. I love putting this one on in the summers, but this is very much a winter fragrance for anyone out there. I love putting this one on the entire 12 months of the year. So there is no season that I restrict this one to, and I just like it a lot. It is a super sexy fragrance in my opinion, and again a party or a sexy date fragrance, and mostly nighttime fragrance. It is more like an indoor party, a clubbing fragrance. So I would like to smell this on a girl or on a woman for the party time. When we talk about college fragrances, I just don't want to talk about only going to college fragrances. I want to talk about all the scenarios, and it could be wear this fragrance to the fest when you're dressing up well, when you want to smell sexy and you want to look nice, then put this one on. Okay, on to the last one, and I just like it a lot. You'll end up hearing me saying I love them a lot, I love them a lot, because I love all my fragrances. What do I do? Okay, so I'm talking about Zara Gold Woman. I don't know if it's available right now on Zara, maybe in stores but not on the website. Again, this also has a slight bit of the metallic muskiness in it, but it is a strawberry soapy fragrance, like that of a strawberry body wash. So it's beautiful, it's fresh, it's a slight bit of metallic muskiness that's adding a little bit of sharpness in it and brightness to it. But this is such a beautiful strawberry fragrance. I always emphasize more on mentioning the main note in these fragrances, because I want you to pick the one that you like. Like if you like certain fruit and you want to smell like it, that's why I just mention all these notes in here, so that it makes it easier for you to pick a fragrance of your personal liking. But sometimes I don't mind it, I don't mind suggesting you guys separately, but sometimes you guys end up asking me things like, what fragrance should I buy out of the list that you have given? See, I can't understand your friends, or like I can't understand your choices and your preferences. I am trying my level best to explain everything in here so that you can make up your mind and you can decide for your own self that which fragrance you want to buy. Still, if you're confused about something, you can tell me your preference and maybe then I can help. But if you straight up leave a comment for me asking me that, I want to buy something for my friend, which one should I buy from out of all these? I get confused myself. I don't know how to respond to those comments, but I do want to respond to you guys. But just give me something so that I can help you out with it. Give me options that I am confused between this and this, and which I like this kind of fragrances. For me, this is going to a birthday party or going to a baby shower, or that kind of fragrance. And but you can definitely, since it is a clean and soapy or body wash kind of fragrance, which has a strawberry note, which is a very bright, bubbly, young, happy, flirty note. So flirty fragrance, you can definitely put this one on an everyday. There is no such restriction on that. But it's very beautiful, very fresh, very long lasting. It goes on for 8 hours straight. It's not moving, it's not going away. You don't need to touch this one up. So that's my list for college. I hope you liked and enjoyed this video, and I know so many of you have waited for so long for this list, and I am sorry to make you guys wait for everything, and I'm sorry that I'm so slow in uploading videos. But I only can apologize for it, and I really can't help things. And you know what, my son's exams are going on these days. I know he's just in LKG, but things do get stressful around exams. It's not that I just take it too seriously, but I just at least want him to perform well. Enough of my personal life rambling. I really hope that you don't mind it. So if you liked and enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Be My Peaches. Till then, keep looking beautiful and have a great day all. Bye bye. Mwah.